Hello ladies and gentlemen, Santa's Workshop here. Glad you could join me today. It has been a crazy week. Right before I went and got our project, and I think we're going to call it Project Double Nickel. That's what we used to call the old 55 speed limit. So I don't know, it's a 55, that just seems to fit. So Double Nickel, that's the name for it. Right before I went to get it, I started having problems with my leg again. Yes, that same old swelling and infection started trying to come back. So I've been trying to take it easy, trying to stay off of it, so I haven't got a whole lot of video shot. Now, in my last video, I said I was going to put that rack and pinion on the Mustang. Well, some things have transpired since then. I'm going to hold off on that because I have got something that's going to make that job a lot easier. Not going to tell you what it is yet, but I want you to check out what O'Reilly's has donated for the Cars and Coffee drawing. I think we're going to do 2 different drawings for those, and I've got a couple more things that are going to be drawn for. So that's going to make that show really neat. Come out there, bring your cars, win something. Don't cost you a dime for the gas to show up. So today, what I think I'm going to do is I want to take my motor mounts, my transmission mounts, and I want to put them under that, and we're going to set that on the frame and see exactly where this is going to go in at. So that sounds like a good project for today. So we're going to get these cross members out, get the exhaust manifolds off of that, get the engine mounts off of that, get our new ones mounted up under there. Then I'm going to pull the motor over here and set it on. Got some parts coming for the rack and pinion. Then I want to figure out if I'm going to attach it to the axle, if I want to make something to attach it to the frame. Go from there. We're going to get some progress done. So, let's see what we can get done today. Let's get to it. We got her snug down in there. Got the transmission mount kind of up where it needs to go. Engine mount, got it marked so I can cut it. I won't have to cut my tubes because it's going to be real narrow right there. This is a universal mount, so it wasn't made for this vehicle. It's going to drop it down to about 3.5, 4 more inches. And you can see that pulley is going to come right there. It's going to give me plenty of room in between the radiator and the engine. I'm not going to use a clutch fan. I'm going to use electric fans. So that's more than ample room in there. Then, once we get that thing down and in, I'll get my drive line measured out and go get it made. If anybody has anybody that they would like to recommend for that, please let me know. Because the one I know of here in southern Oklahoma has went by the wayside. So I want to have to try somebody that I don't know. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I got the exhaust manifold off the other side. But in order to get the one off of this side, I have to get to these 2 bolts. To get to these 2 bolts, I have to take off this bracket. Take off this bracket, I got to undo it here and behind here. Well, if you can see, I'll get your down in there, that is not a regular nut. That is attached to the back side of this bracket. So I have to take off the power steering pump. In order to take off the power steering pump, I have to pull the pulley. In order to pull the pulley, I had to go buy a puller. So we're going to set this up, get this pulley pulled off, get this manifold off, and then we're going to inspect inside of the heads and see if we got any surprises that we don't want. Okay, we're going to do a little inspection of the exhaust ports. That one's good. That one's good. That one looks good. That one looks good. Now, yesterday I had kind of some fun. Ran over to Paul's Valley, 15 miles away, to get a power steering pulley puller. Well, only one they had was one that just would not work. So I ended up having to go to Harbor Freight in Oklahoma City. Met with old Austin Carr. We had a burger. Sat and talked for a while. It was very enjoyable. Ooh, that one's kind of wet inside there. Okay, that's just gasoline. I actually pulled that plug the other day and it was fouled, but it was not oil. Okay. I've got one cylinder that was not firing. So we was having a 7-cylinder, but I've got my mounts down in there. Now, these are universal, so I had to cut them. And this here is swiveling. This here is still swiveling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this back on these and get them tacked and welded up. And that'll be it with today's video. But by the end of this video, the heartbeat will be transplanted. Well, dang blast it, I ran out of wire. But don't that weld look a lot better than what I did on the Caballero? That's the difference between dirty metal and clean metal. So, I want to go ahead and end this video here. Don't really feel like driving all the way up to or over to Paul's Valley to get some more wire. Besides, I think they're closed right now. But anyways, we'll see it finished up next time. Painted, you know, welds ground down, looking pretty. And they will be mounted in the frame. So, you saw the 350 transplanted into this. We're getting the mounts welded up, mounted on. Then I'm going to get the drive line measured out, find some place to build that. If anybody has a place in the Oklahoma area that does drive lines for fairly cheap but are good, please send me a comment, let me know. Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe. I'm sorry this last week's been kind of dead. Been fighting that leg infection again, but hey, it's what it is. We're going to keep it going. Next video, we get on this one. And hopefully, within the next couple of videos, I'm going to have a shop surprise for you. So, y'all have a good one. Like, subscribe. Cars and Coffee, Paul's Valley, August 21st. Santa time. Always remember. Going to have some other links for you down in the description. Please check them out. Thank you all. See you next time on Santa's Workshop.